What's going on, everybody? In this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how I predictably sign 10 high ticket clients every single month and how you can too, using principles that Alex Hormozi not only teaches, but principles that he actually implemented in one of his businesses that he sold for $46.2 million. So let's hop into the breakdown here on the screen. So those of you guys that are familiar with Alex Hormozi are probably familiar with a business called Gym Launch. Gym Launch was a business that helped gyms scale. And Alex Hormozi did an amazing job with one thing that I have basically copied from every single piece of content that I've watched from him, and it's creating an end-to-end infrastructure. Infrastructure is the key word, and end-to-end is the other keyword as well. What he did is he literally gave every single gym owner the exact paid ad copy, the exact paid ad campaign strategy, the exact lead nurture sequences, the exact appointment setting copy, the exact sales copy and sales script to sign X amount of clients every single month. Now, I did some research on Gym Launch, and the exact guarantee that he had was if you don't add 100K in new revenue to your gym, you get your money back. And obviously that was a contingent guarantee, meaning that you have to be doing, XYZ certain actions in order for that guarantee to be valid. So I would highly recommend you have that. I'll hop into that in another video, but first of all, I book 60 meetings pretty much every single month at a 30 to 40% close rate. Sometimes it does fluctuate up. It never really fluctuates below 30%, but sometimes it goes upwards of 50% just because of the type of funnel that I have. So there's some proof for you guys, showing you guys that I actually do this. And if you're booking 2 meetings every single day, you can close at worst 20% and still sign like 8 to 10 clients a month. So this is exactly what I teach in the inner circle as well. So let's kind of hop into what this looks like outbound wise. So copy and pasting his business model, because he sold this for a lot of money, a huge chunk of cash, okay? So if we just copy his steps as to how exactly he did this for gyms, you can do this in your own agency. So this requires you to be able to have a lead scraping platform that is reliable. This requires you to have outreach that is plug and play. This requires you to have lead nurture sequences that work 24/7. This requires you to have setters, closers. You need to have proper appointment setting copy and appointment setting scripts, and sales copy and sales scripts. And then obviously the output is going to be 10 high ticket clients every single month. So how do you go about doing all of this, and how do you package everything together? Well, you need the full solution, and you need to be able to have it so predictably to where you can tell yourself, and this is what I do, pretty much every single client that we pretty much help out to get them these 10 high ticket clients every single month. It goes down to offer positioning and predictability. Okay, so that comes down to metrics. So if I told you you can send X amount of outreach every single day using all these tools that are covered here, and you hit your metrics, you will be able to get an output of 10 high ticket clients a month. This is all pretty much business comes down to, especially online business. And it wasn't until I started looking at my business as like a plug and play machine as to when I started actually getting good results. What I mean by that is I started detaching what I thought works well for my business, and I started implementing what actually books calls, and then I started to actually make more money. It's kind of crazy how that works when you like detach your ego from your business and you just only do the actions that work well in terms of making more money and booking more calls to the calendar. And so I remember my first month when I actually started booking a lot of meetings. I was booking probably 2 to 3 every single day, so roughly 60 over the entire course of the month. Very good show up rate. My show up rate was definitely above 80 to 85%. And my close rate was between 30 and I would say 50%. And so when I started booking in these meetings, I was like, wow, this is actually possible. This is actually like a reality for me, okay? And so I'm using these techniques, and I'm giving you guys an example of something that has already worked. This has already worked in the marketplace, and this company has literally already been sold. Like, this company has already been established, it's already been built, it already has been exited. And Gym Launch is still running, I believe. It's just not by Alex Hormozi, but that's besides the point. The point here is that this is proven to work if you have the proper platform to scrape the leads, if you have the proper outreach messaging, if you have the proper lead nurture sequences, appointment setting copy, sales copy, you'll be able to what's the right word for that? Output this amount of volume. I've been outputting this amount of volume for months. I've been doing this consistently. I've been teaching this exact model, and I've really been doing this. You can check out all of my 250 plus past videos here on this YouTube channel, literally talking about sales, marketing, acquisition, anything about online business. I have been doing this shit. So this is as simple as it gets, okay? Now, these are 2 outbound funnels. Obviously, gym launch, when you're running paid ads to cold audiences, it's typically outbound. And for me, obviously, with the Create Rev infrastructure that I teach and implement, that is outbound messages. Works the same as paid ads. It's just more cost effective, and there's a lower barrier of entry, okay? So with that being said, as a bonus, I'm gonna show you guys my current inbound funnel, which is just this YouTube channel. But before we get into that, I want to emphasize the point that if you have the right tools and the right guidance, this right here, these 10 high ticket clients become extremely predictable. And so I just want you to think for a second. If you could sign a consistent amount of clients every single month and retain them, obviously, for your agency, what would your life look like? Like for me, 10 high ticket clients every single month, that's 50K a month for me, okay? And top line revenue. So having 5, nonetheless 10 high ticket clients that I know are predictably going to sign into my offer every single month means $50,000 every single month for me. Now, it's easier said than done, but with the right tools and the right implementation, this can be done perfectly. So I have everything pretty much done for you in my school group. You can apply. It's gonna be the first link right down below. I just gotta plug it real quick. Right now, I've helped hundreds of people in this consulting group. I have the exact plug and play method as to how you can do this. Marketplace hasn't really seen before. Obviously, this works well for agencies selling business to business. So if you're an agency that sells to another business, this is for you. If you want a guarantee of 10 high ticket clients every single month, this is gonna be for you. The point of this video was to break down the exact mechanisms as to what you need to sign these clients. So instead of me showing you exactly how to do it, which is held for my inner circle guys, I'm showing you what you need to do it. Because right now you are probably using some sort of lead scraping platform. You have some sort of outreach copy. You're writing a paid ad. You're writing SMS cold. Whatever you're doing, you're actually knocking down these pillars, which is good. You're doing it, but the bottleneck is somewhere here in your sales copy, or the bottleneck is here somewhere in your lead nurturing sequence. My point that I'm trying to get across to you right now is that everything could be green except for one pillar and one box. And if that one pillar or one box is red, everything falls apart. In other words, you could be reaching out to the right amount of people every single day. You could be getting the exact positive response rates that you need to book in 2 sales calls a day every single day. You could be doing all of these actions correctly, but if your lead nurture sequences are messed up, or your appointment setting copy is messed up, or your sales copy is messed up, then everything falls into a domino effect, and it just predictably gets worse by the day. So when I hop on calls with you guys, I've hopped on hundreds of sales calls with you guys from this YouTube channel. Obviously, you guys fill out that type form, which is the first link. You guys let me know about your business, and I get on a strategy call, and I'm like, okay, well, let's look at these pillars and identify what is wrong with the pillar, and then what you can do to fix it. And most of the time, you're like, oh, I think I need to know what I have to do, but I kind of don't. And it's like you have the puzzle pieces in front of you on the table. It's just a matter of arranging them in the right way so the picture turns out perfect. And that's all it is. So if I can get you to have some sort of a eureka moment on the call, you're most likely gonna pay me money so I can fix your shit in 7 days, okay? That's typically how it goes. Now for the bonus, I'm gonna show you guys the inbound funnel that I've been using for the past year and a half now on this YouTube channel. It has varied from type form to go high level opt-in, but essentially here's what we're trying to aim for. I aim for 3,000 to 5,000 views every single day on my YouTube channel. Obviously, that is a good goal. Right now, I'm not completely sure. I have to look at my metrics, but I think it's somewhere around 1,000 or something like that. Consistently, that's what it's been. I always aim for 2 to 5 type form submissions every single day, okay? And so my inbound funnel looks like this. I provide you guys value on this YouTube channel and I give you free game, okay? And my entire objective here is to not necessarily solve your problems, because every single agency owner or coach or consultant has a different level of sophistication to the problem. It's so much to point it out so that I can potentially position myself in a way to help you out in the future. So if I can call out your problem here on this YouTube channel and give you some value up front, in return, the law of reciprocity states that, whatever you sort of put out, and if you do good for somebody else or something, they in return feel somewhat of an obligation to do something back. So my selfish intent is for you to fill out a type form and hop on a strategy call and see if I can help you out. Obviously, the strategy call is me it's like asking you a bunch of questions about your business, diving into what is not working, and then seeing if I can help you from there. And if not, then I'll just point you in another direction. But the entire point of me in this entire YouTube channel is to point out your problems, give you some value, but more importantly, point you in the right direction, which is to the type form, so I can actually give you personalized help with this system, okay? And if you're not at the point where you're predictably signing 10 high-ticket clients every single month, you need to hop in the program and get to that point, and then you can jump ship whenever the fuck you want. But if you're an agency owner and you're not doing that, you're not hitting the revenue you want, you're just stuck in this damn grind, and you're just having a hobby at this point, you don't have an actual business, okay? So my inbound infrastructure looks like that. I am for 2 to 5 type forms every single day. I have Gmail notifications and Slack notifications that gets out to my team the second a type form gets submitted, saying new type form, new lead, whatever. And then I have an entire Google Drive, Google Doc of a setter SOP of how we kind of do it, how we book you guys in appointments and stuff like that. So the setter reaches out to the lead via WhatsApp or Gmail, whichever one's easier. I think kind of goes from there. Obviously, I have the SOP, like I said, and that's how I take 1 to 3 qualified booked calls every single day. And 1 PIF per day is kind of what we aim for. So one $5,000 payment every single day for the program. Now, here's the thing. Here's what I want you guys to understand. This is just my consulting program, okay? Like, I just have consulting, which is the Create Rev infrastructure. I just teach this to other agency owners on the side. This YouTube channel is strictly for that offer, okay? Now, mind you, I make some videos about software companies. I make some videos about demand gen and lead gen for software companies, which is what my agency helps out. But in reality, I'm making these YouTube videos to show you all about client acquisition, okay? So copy and pasting Alex Hormozi's business model, which is simply just a plug and play blueprint, allows you to sign 10 high-ticket clients every single month. And you have to look at your business as that. So I want you to take some time, pull out a sheet of paper, because this video, I'm going to leave you guys with some value for sure. Pull out a piece of paper and I want you to write down these different pillars, okay? If I can help one person, that's all that matters to me, okay? These specific pillars are what you have to look at. It's where are you getting your leads? How are you scraping them? How are you sourcing them? How are you finding your leads to reach out to? Or if you're already running paid ads, then that's already done for you because you're probably using a platform like Meta or YouTube. And the second thing you have to ask yourself is, what is the exact copy you're saying? What is the outreach? How is that affecting your lead nurturing process, okay? Second thing or third thing is, what are your nurture sequences? You have SMSs being sent out every single day to the prospect. Are you essentially following up with them? If it's cold email, how many sequences are in your campaign? XYZ, you guys understand what I'm saying here. Fourth thing is appointment setting copy and sales scripts. Now, every single one of these has issues within itself. So an appointment setting script could still have a low conversion rate, okay? If you are bringing 5 people a day and you're trying to appointment set, depending on your script, you could set all 5 of them. But also, depending on your script, you can only set 1 of them. Now, when I talked about the domino effect earlier, you guys see what I'm talking about right now. If you're only on appointment set 1 person every single day, what does that do for your sales and close percentage? Definitely decreases it. The more people you get on the call, the higher probability of a chance you have to sharpen your skills to close them and to benefit them even more, okay? So even within the appointment setting scripts, there's so many variables that you need to dial in so you know for a fact you're bringing on the right prospects to the call and you're nurturing them the right way. So within every single one of these pillars, there's these different sequences that could drastically drop your percentage of closing high ticket clients every single week or day, depending on where you're at in your business, okay? So that's some food for thought for you guys. Now I want you to think about where you want to be. After you broke down those pillars, you got to plan out a goal. For me, it's very simple to tell agency owners. I have the exact system called Create Rev. It's a brand new infrastructure. It's worked for me for the past freaking couple of years now. I'm constantly iterating it. That's why it's brand new. And it brings on 10 high ticket B2B clients every single month for your agency. These are clients that are pre-sold into your service. These are clients that want your service, that know they need your service. And these are clients that are willing to not only put in the work, depending on if you have a done for you or done with you agency, but these are clients that are consistent, churn rate is low, retention is high, and it's good business, okay? So I've constructed the system that has been able to do this. If you guys are interested, you guys obviously know where to go. Hope this video gave you guys some value. I compared Alex Hormozi, the absolute GOAT of online business and brick and mortar business as well, as to how he went about doing this for his own business that he sold. So hopefully you guys saw some comparison with that and know that it's really not that complicated. You got to break stuff down into pillars. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.